Good evening, everyone. It looks like we are ready to roll here. My name is Glenn Blumhorst, President of National Peace Corps Association. Would like to welcome you and thank you for joining us this Peace Corps week for our kickoff event of our National Days of Advocacy. You are the lifeblood of the Advocacy Network for the Peace Corps. We're so grateful for all the time and talent that you dedicate to advocating on behalf of the Peace Corps to help make it be the best that it can be. As you know, that's one of NPCA's goals. One of our 3 goals is to help the Peace Corps be the best that it can be. And in so many ways, you've helped make that possible. This starts with the work that we've done in advocating to the Peace Corps through our town hall and our summit and our report called Connect to the Future, published back in 2020. And then the advocacy on behalf of the Peace Corps to Congress and the White House as well for funding and related legislation. Today, many of us had the opportunity to join Peace Corps Acting Director, CEO Carol Spahn, and hear more about some exciting news about the return to service of volunteers, hopefully later this month, and then throughout the year in up to probably 24 or more countries. And we also had a chance to hear a lot about the work that Peace Corps leadership has undertaken at the agency in making the Peace Corps the best that it can be. So I think we owe gratitude to the leadership at Peace Corps for helping do the work that we all must do together as a community, which is about making Peace Corps its best. We heard from Director Spahn and the leadership there about the 3 strategic goals of the Peace Corps: reimagining service, advancing equity, and delivering on quality. And indeed, these are steps forward for the new Peace Corps of the future and a changed world as it's retooled and been reimagined for the work that we have ahead. Our advocacy priority this year, when it comes to legislation, is to pass the Peace Corps Reauthorization Act. In this 117th Congress, this represents a very narrow window of opportunity for us in 2022 to have this historic legislation move through the House and through the Senate and to the President's desk for signature. There's a gamut of provisions in this bill that will enable the Peace Corps to continue to improve and expand for the future as well. Tonight, we're going to hear from some of the congressional champions who are helping to make this legislation possible, especially the Honorable Congressman John Garamendi, who is with us live this evening. We'll also hear from members of our community who have worked in many ways and in many cases for many years to pass key provisions in this legislation. You'll also have the chance to come together tonight in regional breakout rooms to connect with others and build momentum towards the passage of this legislation. But first, one thing we'd like to do. It's appropriate to take a moment here to reflect on the tragic events of the past week. That is the Russian invasion of Ukraine. In the last 30 years, nearly 3,500 Peace Corps volunteers have served in Ukraine. Hundreds, perhaps thousands of returned Peace Corps volunteers have served on diplomatic and development missions in the Ukraine. So it's not unreasonable to suggest that the resistance to the Russian attack on democracy there has been bolstered by the work that Peace Corps volunteers and returned Peace Corps volunteers have done in strengthening civil society, building democratic institutions, and forging friendships toward peace and understanding. In a moment, we're going to hear from returned Peace Corps volunteers who served in Ukraine and about the Russian invasion and in ways that you can be helpful. And for those of you who are joining us tonight as special guests for the program, as advocates or panelists related to the work in Ukraine, I ask and invite you to join us tomorrow night for a special program on the part of Ukraine as part of the kickoff to our Shriver Leadership Summit weekend activities. This is going to be a reception event, and we invite you to join us there. So we'll be putting a link in the chat box for you to sign up and register for that program later.